What's up, everybody, and welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me? I missed y'all. Listen, I know. It's been 2 whole freaking weeks, right? 2 whole freaking weeks since we've been able to chat it up and talk about all this craziness that's been going on Beyonce's internet. I know. But as I told y'all in my previous video, life has been lifing. But I'm just doing my best to just try to keep going, trying to give y'all videos whenever I can. So, yeah, I'm back today, baby. So, let's just get into it. But before we get into this mess, I'm going to need you all to do me a couple things. Number one, like the video. Thank you so much. Number two, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. And number three, drop a comment down in the comment section. Thanks so much, you all. As you all know, we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. And we are also in the midst of a giveaway. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section so I can know who you are. Okay, so you all, let's get into this mess. Now, I was, as you can see, on my way somewhere, but I had to get on this camera and talk about all this sneaky stuff that Sherri Shepherd has been doing behind the scenes, y'all. It is coming all the way out, okay? So yesterday, Page Six has reported that Sherri Shepherd has let go two of the top Wendy Williams producers, David Perler and our dearly beloved Suzanne Bass. I'm like, not Suzanne now, come on now. Like, really? And David Perler, too, because I remember Wendy used to mention him. He wasn't on the show like Suzanne, Marco, Norman, and all of them, and DJ Sus One, but she would mention David Perler. You know, she had nothing but great things to say about him. And so this is just very sad. And it's very sad because I just feel that this was just all a plot. And the reason why I say this was all a plot is because I'm not going to go into the whole thing with what's said on Page Six article, because basically that's the gist of it. Sherri Shepherd is letting go Suzanne Bass and David Perler. She wants to have new energy, and you know, she doesn't see a need for Suzanne because Suzanne was basically the hype girl, and she doesn't need a hype girl. She's an actress, she's a comedian, so she's not needed. And I don't know why she wants to get rid of David Perler. My guess is because he kind of is used to doing things in the Wendy Williams format, maybe. I don't know. But however the case, yeah, she has no need for him either. And she's just saying that she needs new energy. When Page Six went to reach out to Debmar Mercury for comment, they did state that they look forward to announcing the new executive producers in the near future. So that's basically what the article said. And as I said, I feel like this is all a plot. If you have paid attention since this whole debacle began with Wendy, you know, is she going to return? Is she not going to return? When Sherri Shepherd first got there, she was giving everybody gift baskets. She was trying to be everybody's friend, the whole crew. She was, you know, trying to go out to eat with them and trying to befriend them and all this other thing. Okay? And even when she called herself announcing that she was going to be officially taking over Wendy Williams' time slot. Not the show, but the time slot. She knew that people were going to be feeling a certain type of way. So she went around and tried to pretend like, oh, I have so much respect for Wendy and I want to just keep her legacy alive while also doing my own thing and no one can replace her and blah, blah, blah. Try to come off as this really sweet woman who had the best of intentions and who just wanted to come out and help out and wanted to see everybody win and help people keep their jobs. And this was just something that she was just blessed with. You know, God blessed her with this. Her hard work and everything had paid off, and God had blessed her with this. And I wasn't mad at that. But we all know, as I just said, that this was a plot. Like I said, she came in there cozying up to everybody, the staff, the executives, just showing how, hey, I don't need a co-host. You know that everybody else who filled in for Wendy had co-hosts. She was like, I don't need no co-host. And would come in there and knock it out the park. And she was knocking out the park because she was doing it like Wendy, but with just a kindler, gentler approach. But she was definitely doing it like Wendy. And people responded to that. And the ratings were up. Especially because the other people who came in there, they just didn't have it. They were either too afraid to say how they mean it, or they was just too boring. Okay? Sherri, to her credit, had a way of giving you the tea, but in a nice, funny way. So people liked her. Heck, I liked her. But as I started to see that it was looking like Wendy wasn't coming back, I'm like, yeah, she's sucking up to everybody because she's saying that this position is going to be open. Again, wasn't mad at her. Even when it was announced, I wasn't mad at Sherri. Now, I did give her the side eye in the fact that I didn't like how she announced that she was getting a new show while it was still the Wendy Williams show. Like on her platform, she's like, oh, I'm just so blessed. You know, God's time is always not your time. And I just feel so humbled. And, you know, she announced this on this lady's platform, which wouldn't have been so bad if Wendy Williams herself had planned out this, you know, elaborate retirement. And this was just the transition that was just going to happen, okay? Everybody knew Wendy was going through some things and that this was her show. This was her baby. This is when she was at her lowest, that she had something to look forward to. And I think the staff knew that. The executives knew that. I'm sorry. It's early, y'all, so forgive me if I mix up my words. The executives knew that. So, yes, they definitely propped her up because they were in it for the money, but also on the flip side, they've been dealing with Wendy for over a decade. So part of them did have a soft spot in the sense of, hey, we need the money, and hey, this is what keeps her going. So if we got to prop her up, hey, let's prop her up. Okay? So, Sherri comes off as a breath of fresh air. But then, like I said, she was announcing that, oh, you know, I'm just so blessed. But it's like, why did you have to announce this on this lady's show knowing that she's going through things? Debra Mercury had already made this announcement to Variety magazine about why the changes had to be made and the things that Wendy was going through and how it was necessary for them to have to move on. Again, understandable. But for you to have to announce it on her platform when it's still her show, it just didn't seem right in the way that, you know, y'all went on to the show as normal, except for 15 minutes at the end for some lackluster tribute. I just wasn't feeling it. This lady literally gave y'all her good, bad, and ugly for over a decade, entertained for over a decade, was transparent for over a decade, and nobody seemed to want to acknowledge that. They just wanted to gloss over it so people wouldn't get mad. You know, the whole thing was, we're not trying to upset anybody, okay? Right? So then, Sherri gets her show, and her first thing is when she gets the show, she's going to keep a lot of the same people. They might not have their same positions, but we're going to keep everybody. Just, keep everybody at ease, So you don't ruffle too many feathers so you can keep that same Wendy fan base, because we don't want you to flop like Nick Cannon, because everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you. Okay? So she had the total line, y'all. Okay? So she kept Norman. Now, Norman wasn't feeding her the hot topics, but he was behind the scenes, and it was enough for the Wendy fans to be like, okay, as long as he ain't lose his job, we all right with that. Okay? Then, we saw Suzanne. She had been moved to the back as well. Okay. People were like, okay. And then she was getting some celebrities that Wendy couldn't get. Because, let's be honest, in regards to Wendy's guests, they had their highs and lows. In the beginning, wasn't nobody checking for Wendy. Nobody. Like, she would have to rely on being charismatic and having a rapport with the people, and a couple of her connections in the R&B and hip-hop industry to come on, and things of that nature. And then when she started to get bigger, and there was no choice because this lady is bringing in the ratings, you would see bigger people like Halle Berry, Susan M., a lot of different people. I remember Halle Berry, Aretha Franklin, a lot of amazing people did come to the Wendy Williams show. But then again, when she started acting erratic, then they had to start going back to relying on Wendy, her being charismatic, her relying on old guests and people that she knew. Because again, now she's erratic, so she can't get those A-listers that she was starting to get. Because I remember even Susan Sarandon was on it. I mean, Wendy had some big people before. Jennifer Lopez. There were few and far between, but Wendy, in some ways, was that girl. And we have to give her respect on that. So, anyway, but Sherri wanted to show, hey, I can get these type of people all the time. It won't be a hit or miss because people feel it's a safe place, and people just like me because I'm so happy, I'm so bubbly, I'm so non-threatening, and things of that nature. So she wanted to prove that. In a lot of ways, she did. She would call a lot of her industry friends. She would go to a lot of industry parties. And this is not me just speaking out of turn. This is for me even watching a few of her shows. Again, I'm not just speaking against Sherri because I'm just old Team Wendy. I can't see the forest from the trees. Wendy did no wrong. No, I gave Sherri a fair chance, but I am a person that just like real authenticity. Just show me who you are, so at least I know who I'm dealing with. So with Wendy, William was just definitely in your face, but at least I knew I was dealing with. I knew she was shady. I knew she was crass. I knew it was any day now you could piss her off and she must not be feeling you, and then the next day, hey, she loves you. But Sherri just wants to act like she's everybody's friend 24/7. And that doesn't happen. So anyway, so she was trying to come off as, oh, I can get all these people. And again, she was. Especially for a brand new talk show. No shade to Sherri. Okay? Props to her on that. But I saw it. And then when she won her first time out, the NAACP Image Award for Best New Talk Show, I was like, go ahead, Sherri. I was here for it. I really was. But I also knew that this was about to be a change. First, when Sherri got renewed and she was starting to prove that, hey, I did it. I did it y'all way. I kept these people entertained and also garnering my own audience. I did it. And then her getting the NAACP award, she was like, okay, I can just do me now. And so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that she's getting rid of Wendy Williams show, former Wendy Williams show executive producers that basically were at the helm of the Wendy Williams show. I just feel like she didn't have to come across as, oh, I don't want anybody to lose their jobs. I'm here for you all. I'm just here to support. And I just want to accept this blessing by, just doing my thing, but also bringing you all up with me. That's what she made it seem like. She made it seem like I want everybody to win, and not only and this is going to be blessed to me, it's going to be blessed to everyone. The environment is not going to be as toxic. We're all just going to just wave this wave, ride this wave and just take it to the top and make this a fun-loving place. And I do believe in the beginning, because Sherri was just laying it on so thick, that they bought it. They bought it. They're like, okay, we're going to be able to be a part of this amazing hit show without all the drama. Little do they know that Sherri was like, as soon as I prove myself, you guys are out. You guys are only here so that I can maintain Wendy's fan base to get me over the hump, okay? And so, yeah, I'm not mad at all. I just hate the fakeness. I hate that, she came out trying to come off so humble and just saying what it is, And, but again, I saw the fakeness when she was on that live, when she was like, oh, Wendy's not well, and this, that, and the other. And, it's just a shame she's not well, and, they're not doing anything wrong to her. They're protecting her. Like, who are you to talk about what somebody should do with somebody else's money? Okay? If that woman want to do whatever she wants to do with her money, let her do it. It's her freaking money. But yeah, just basically contribute to this narrative that Wendy wasn't well. And it's like she had so many people kicking her while they're down. The last person she needed was the person that was sitting up here taking her spot. And then Sherri, and I wasn't not even going to do this, but Sherri, I got to air you out right now. Sherri, you just did a Q&A when you and Kym Whitley did your podcast live, Two Funny Mamas. That's the name of her podcast. Y'all go check it out. Her and Kym Whitley went and did a live broadcast of Two Funny Mamas, and they did a Q&A. And she was low-key shading Wendy. So yeah, Sherri's been fake. So I'm going to let y'all hear this. I wasn't going to air this out because I just felt like I'm not going to tear another black woman down. But since she's already just showing her true colors, firing everybody, let's just listen to the shade that she threw at Wendy. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm going to play the audio, and here we go.
Camera crew and coming into a show that was already with the same crew and the same host, it was really hard because I'm about my business and I don't play around. I've had to tell people, I'm not inebriated. I'm a man running me. I am about having a successful talk show, and I'm not playing around. It is camera crew.
Okay.
Camera crew.
Sorry about that, y'all. So y'all hear that. So y'all hear that she was basically throwing shade like, I'm not inebriated. I don't got no man running me. I'm about having a successful talk show. And I'm like, isn't that everybody's goal? And it's like, lady, you don't know what was going on in that lady's life that drove her to this point of where she now is out here allegedly just being inebriated. It's not only the alcohol, she also has physical and mental issues, okay? And we're just praying for her to find some peace and some form of recovery, and we pray for her sobriety. But you sitting up here just still throwing shots because you're not the it girl. And now that your show is being renewed, you got nominated for an Emmy, you just won the NAACP Image Award, you think now is the coast is clear to throw your weight around. Well, here's my thing to you, and I'm going to end my video with this. Sherri, go sit down, because it's easy for you to come and take somebody's spot. It's as easy for someone to take your spot, So be careful, because people are starting to see you for who you really are, and it ain't looking pretty. Y'all, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all think that Sherri is entitled to move on and employ new people to have fresh energy? Do you think she has been plotting all along? I have. And do you think that she's been fake this entire time? I do. Okay, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Till next time, peace and love.